Hello and welcome to the corner. I'm a Frosted Glass. I'm joined by my fellow Alabaster Savages. Filling in for Jack, we have Johnny Hellcat.
Hello.
Also known as I Like Noobs.
Yes.
Noob.
Jack couldn't be here because he's gonna be on the midnight show, and as we know, you can't do the corner at the midnight show, right? Right, Rotten?
Absolutely.
Oh shit! Why am I here then?
Moonshock?
I'm finally here after 3 shows.
You and your cancer.
Ah! Oh my god, really?
So,
Yeah.
It's just an excuse.
Yeah. Pterodimmatus.
hello.
And this week's special guest, Rotncorpse.
Hello.
So, how are you guys doing?
Yeah,
Not so bad.
I'm spiffy.
Alright, well, we got the chatting part out of the way. So, let's move on.
Well, everyone's saying hi, son, but she's like, meh, whatevs.
Here's it. Guys.
Sun's in the well. Nope.
Hi, son.
Hi, son.
Hi, son.
We need to get her a lav. We need to get her a lav mic.
Yes.
I mean, all we'd have to do is just have Moon get a lapel mic that he can have set as well, and we'll just turn that on.
Just get a sound clip and just play it.
Yeah.
We've already established that if she's on a stream with me, it might as well be her stream because everybody loves her so much.
Yeah.
They're like, whatever.
That just goes without saying. It's the same with Lady Monkey. If Monkey ever has her on the same stream as him, it's Lady Monkey's stream.
Exactly. Us mans, we ain't worth nothing.
And for our first article, remember last week we had the guy who was talking about the moon Negroes who built the face on oh no, it was Mars, I think. Yeah, the Mars Negroes who built that big face.
Yes,
Well-
it was nice.
All right. Well, our first article is by that same author.
Excellent.
It's now that he is king, what should Biden do?
Yeah.
And this was back when Biden was still president. And it was just after the Supreme Court decision that Trump couldn't be prosecuted for certain things.
And I will be very disappointed if the answer is not exactly what you expect me to be saying right now.
2 chicks at the same time.
Oh, Andrew P. Brown. Oh, he's a PhD. Oh, dear God. He has an article called We're Black Humanoids on Mars. Oh, yes, of course, because they're so smart.
Moon, that's the one. Oh, you weren't here. That's the one we did last week.
Oh, I wasn't here, so there you go.
So you're saying that this article aged well?
Apparently so. Oh, wait. Did we ever get a picture of him, though? I don't think so. Oh, wait, that's not
Probably not.
it. Fuck it, I don't care. I'm not going to do this picture thing anymore. Go away.
Yeah.
Supreme
Someone's
Court is
cranky.
Supreme Court is counting on Biden being a goody-goody two-shoes. It's either goody-goody or goody two-shoes. Pick one. Is he too old and naive to recognize that he must be king for a day to preserve democracy? The Supreme Court is serving as the legal arm to insurrection. They made Donald Trump a future king, but by misstep they also made Joe Biden a current king, and he should use his newfound powers to act now. Biden and his advisors have yet to recognize that this is not a political contest. This is not an election. This ain't no party. This ain't no disco.
So this isn't really an arms race, not a scene? I fucked that up anyways.
This is an ongoing insurrection. And it comes complete with fake electors, judges, and other officials in place that will change the result of the voters. It doesn't matter if he actually wins. The results will be overturned and backed by the Supreme Court. Are he and the Democrats too old and naive to see what is going on? This is what he should do to save democracy, not only in America, but around the globe. Number 1. Charge, indict, and remove Supreme Court Justices Thomas and Alito on the charges of corruption. Immediately replace them with new justices. But I thought getting rid of judges was bad.
Well, it is, except when they're bad judges that think the wrong things.
Yeah. All right. Number 2, suspend all court decisions rendered under the Roberts term and reconsider those decisions post-removal of corrupt judges.
So just to clarify, is this going to be talking about Roe v. Wade? Is that what they're talking about as decisions made by this guy?
We may never know. Number 3, immediately reinstall Roe v. Wade and declare it permanent law.
Well, there you go.
Justices lied to Congress to get on the court, and they should be held accountable.
Just like she lied about the rape.
Yeah. That's one of the hate facts, Johnny.
Women don't lie. That's why we're supposed to believe them all.
Yes, true.
Yeah. Number 4, immediately arrest and detain Donald Trump on the charge of insurrection. Declare him
so fucking retarded.
Declare him unfit to hold any public office and forbid him from running for president. Number 5, immediately arrest and detain all members of both the Senate and Congress who colluded, assisted, and or co-conspired the January 6th insurrection. Declare
That's
them
a lot of Democrats.
Yeah. That's Nancy Pelosi, because she's the one who wouldn't send in the National Guard. Declare them unfit to hold any public office and forbid them from running for future office. Number 6, immediately
Basically,
arrest.
it's the whole thing of like everyone I don't think should be able to hold office shouldn't be allowed to hold office.
Yeah, exactly.
So basically, arrest every Republican.
That's
6,
essentially what they want, yes.
immediately arrest and detain Stephen Miller for child abuse, child trafficking, human rights, kidnapping, and torture of children.
Wait, they're going to arrest him for human rights?
Yeah.
How dare he have them?
Human rights is illegal. Miller should be imprisoned indefinitely and held accountable for the despicable racist acts engineered by him under the Trump administration. Number 7, ditto for Steve Bannon and many other Trump allies who have openly encouraged insurrection. Number 8, create a committee dedicated to reuniting all families separated at the border under the Trump administration.
As long as they're reunited in a country other than America, I agree.
Well, they already have that. It's called ICE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As Tom Homan said, families can be deported together.
Yeah, exactly.
And they've already proven that.
Number 9, re-implement the Fairness Doctrine and expand its powers to social media. Under the Fairness Doctrine, broadcasters could lose their license if they intentionally lied or fed misinformation to the American public.
Okay, so there goes basically
So-
all of the news industry.
I was going to say, there goes everything.
Take back control of the airways through regulation. Any form of media that lies and misleads must be banned and held accountable.
So every left-leaning news organization?
Reminder, these are the steps to preserve democracy.
Yes, correct.
God, they're so fucking retarded.
10. Ban all assault weapons and any devices that can modify a weapon to be assault-like. What exactly is assault-like?
Jesus Christ.
What the hell?
It's when you've got the bayonet on the end of your machine gun.
It's got that shoulder thing that goes up.
Yeah, it's got the chainsaw mounted on the barrel.
No, it's got that 30 caliber clip.
Automatics.
Yeah, does he just mean like automatic? 'Cause assault-like.
Wait, why don't we just make this easy for this person? And instead of writing all of this shit, just put in same shit, different day. Same shit, different day. Same shit, different day. Same shit, different day.
I mean, she could have just, or no, it's a dude. He could have just wrote, "I'm retarded," and we'd all be much better off.
Well, that would be the first one. See, I'm retarded. Number 2, same shit, different day.
Retarded Goku. Retarded Goku.
There you go.
Pregnant Goku got to be in there somewhere. Yeah.
Pregnant, retarded Goku.
Goku pregnant with a retard. All right.
11. And then bring in that Corky guy from whatever the hell that
Life goes on.
is. Yeah, there you go.
11.
Gotta make sure I don't lose my Sonichu medal.
Ban all body armor for civilian use. There is no reason for civilians to have access to this.
Get fucked.
So if the government shoots you, we don't want you to survive.
There actually used to be a store in my mom's hometown that opened up, and they were shut down pretty quickly because it wasn't viable because most of their stuff was like online orders. But yeah, they had I can't remember the name of the store, but they had like riot gear that you could get.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, this is awesome! Like,
Yeah.
it was expensive as hell, but yeah, like,
like
readily
army barracks or-
available for you.
So was the riot gear like blackface paint, a shirt with George Floyd's face on it, Molotov
now-
cocktail?
Well, now you got to wear those like Arab dish towels on your head.
Right.
Joe Biden must recognize that he is bringing a butter knife to a gunfight. He now has the power to do whatever is necessary to preserve democracy, and he must act now.
By banning and arresting all his political opponents.
Every time I hear act now, I think of some commercial.
Yes.
Before it's
Order now and throw in this free steak knife.
yeah.
That JG Wentworth commercial.
But that's not all. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have a structured settlement and I need cash now.
877 cash now.
He's using the office of Marquis Salamone and Morelli.
Do you want to blow on your entire structured settlement because you only want a fifth of it right now?
But I know he won't, and Mr. Old School Goody Goody will mark the end of democracy. I'm dusting off my passport. Don't ask where I'm going. What else should King Biden do with his newfound power? Please add to the list.
God, they are so fucking retarded.
Two retarded at the same time.
Retard square.
I like even one of the commenters. He'd be more likely to tell us a boring, irrelevant story about a butter knife than to actually bring one.
I like this guy.
Well done.
If I could still comment, I would just ask, where are you going?
Mhm.
Can I come?
Although he's probably the type who wants to go to Africa or something.
Yeah.
But they ain't got no snacks.
Did you hear about the lady who went over to Africa?
Yeah.
Oh, the
She
one
got-
that about it.
She
Yeah.
made a message. She's like, I need to get back to America. This is bullshit.
They ain't got no food. They ain't got no snacks.
Yeah, it turns
Everybody
out
trying to scam you. It's some bullshit.
it turns out that the place where we've been having charity events for the past 100 years isn't too great.
Doing so well. Yeah.
All right. Well, this was a short article, so we're gonna have another one before the first game.
Okay.
Yay.
I was thinking this was a very short article. I was surprised that it was already over.
Yeah. And this one is from our old friend Cindy Steinberg.
Oh,
It just felt long.
Yeah.
Is she the angel chick?
No, that's Vat Grail, I think.
Oh, okay.
Or no, I don't know. It's hard to keep track of the.
It is hard to keep track.
Scroll to the top and I can see her picture.
Now I'm not showing the title.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
It's one of them.
It's a they them.
Infidelity is a word that carries weight. It conjures images of heartbreak, betrayal, and irreversible damage. But what if we've been conditioned to see it that way? What if
Wait,
instead
is
of
this some fucking polyamory bullshit being like, if they're polyamorous and they cheat on you, it's not actually cheating?
well, who knows? We'll have to find out.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What if instead of clinging to outdated possessive ideals about relationships, we allowed ourselves to step outside the box and see things differently? Take, for instance, the story of a young woman, Raella Blonda, which I refuse to believe is her real name, newly pregnant, who discovered that her boyfriend, Brian Altman, has been sleeping with another man. Her gut reaction, shaped by generations of rigid monogamy and gender expectations, was to see this as a personal attack, a humiliation, a reason to burn it all down. And that's exactly what she did. And here's
Ryan
the tweet.
Altman. Yeah, that's a...
Anybody know this pantless man?
Totally not made up.
Caught him fucking my boyfriend, and then he assaulted me.
Well, maybe if you put out a little bit more, you wouldn't have to worry about somebody else.
Well, the last
I
time
mean,
he
how
told me
bad
he'd
you have to
rather
get
take
sex to make him go to a man?
Well, the next
mean,
time he
she-
sells you, I would rather take it in the ass than put up with your bullshit again. Maybe you should take that a little bit more seriously than...
Yeah, every time she wants him to do something, being like, okay, but I'm gonna go get fucked in the ass, too. Instead of taking a moment to understand, she lashed out. She stormed in, unleashed fury, confronted them both with the kind of self-righteous anger that homophobic bigots promote as acceptable. But what did it accomplish? Nothing but destruction. The other man, caught in the crossfire, reacted with violence. The boyfriend, already grappling with his own shame and confusion, found himself not only humiliated, but publicly exposed, turned into an object of ridicule. And the woman? She got her revenge. She shamed him online, made sure everyone knew what he had done, but at what cost? Now the father of her children has been traumatized, forced out of the closet in the most undignified and inhumane manner possible, resulting in him receiving...
Maybe you're just a beard.
Yeah, she's kind of like Kamala Harris. Resulting in him receiving thousands of death threats from alt-right trolls until he had to delete all his social media accounts. That only alt-right trolls care about a guy cheating on someone. Right. All because she couldn't accept him for who he is. A gamer. I don't know why she went with gamer. I don't blame her, though.
Maybe he also plays video games, so he's like a gay gamer, and she's trying to be clever.
Yeah. I don't blame her, though. This is the byproduct of a patriarchal society emboldened by the election of two fascists to the White House.
Oh, yes, because it could never obviously be her fault or the fact that he's just a cheating piece of shit.
It wasn't my fault. I fucked that guy because Trump was elected. Whether the results of that election were almost certainly fraudulent or not, doubtful, is for another article. Here's where the story could have gone differently. What if, instead of letting jealousy and societal conditioning dictate her response, she had taken a breath and recognized something deeper at play?
How much deeper?
I'm going to go with Riley, or not Riley, keep your name on this one, quoting Riley from Boondocks. Nigga, you gay.
She spelled nigger wrong, though. Probably to appease the YouTube censorship bot.
Eh.
Well, that would be quoting that person or that character.
Because that is nigga, which is not a word.
What if she had embraced the possibility that his desires didn't negate his love for her? That sexuality is fluid, and that the strict boundaries we impose on relationships
Yes, and, he deposited a whole load of sexual fluid in another guy's ass, so I think that's the problem.
Or got it put in his.
Why not both?
Plausible.
Let's see. And that the strict boundaries we impose on relationships are more about control than about connection. Imagine instead a world where she saw opportunity instead of tragedy. Where instead of confronting him with rage, she confronted him with curiosity.
Well, in that situation, if they had agreed upon a monogamous relationship, he broke the contract that he had with her.
Yes.
It's not that fucking difficult. Like, shit, it's not music theory.
She has to be curious. Like, how did he fuck you?
Yeah.
Were there any sex toys involved?
How should we fuck off, oh Lord?
What if she had acknowledged that attraction to another person, man or woman, doesn't mean the end of love, but rather an expansion of it.
No,
it's like
you see the other guy. It's just like, you don't know how to fucking bow your back properly.
It's an expansion. It's a DLC for love. Alternative relationship structures exist. Ethical non-monogamy, cuckold dynamics, polyamory. These aren't just fringe ideas, but ways in which people are already breaking free from the limitations imposed by a patriarchal society that demands exclusivity as a marker of worth. Had she embraced that possibility, she could have had agency in the situation instead of being reduced to a scorned woman. Instead of victimhood, she could have had power. How do you get power when your guy fucks another guy? Right.
I mean, unless you're going to say that she should have blackmailed him.
But society doesn't teach us that. It tells us that possession equals love. That betrayal is the ultimate sin. I mean, it's like literally the innermost circle of hell. But right.
Yeah,
that masculine.
Yeah, it's in the inferno. So yeah.
That masculinity must be rigid and heterosexual, and that women must either accept submission or rage against it. But what if we let go of that tired old script? What if instead of destruction, there was understanding? Instead of loss, there was evolution? Maybe then the story wouldn't have ended.
You evolved into a single woman. So, good for you.
It's like a Pokemon, you know. Maybe then the story wouldn't have ended in humiliation and violence. Maybe it would have become something else entirely.
Not everyone wants to be the cuckoo bird.
Something raw, something real, something liberating and fun. Besides, with all the evidence we see to the contrary, how can we keep pretending there's such a thing as a straight man?
Oh, that's this woman, is it? Okay. I remember she's made this argument before.
Yep. The reality is that all men secretly harbor homosexual fantasies. They've just been conditioned to repress them out of fear and insecurity.
And I know this because of one guy.
Yes.
The sex was so bad, he went gay.
Even the comments are like, this is embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one. Infidelity still exists in ethical non-monogamy.
This sure was an interesting take.
Yes.
Man, even Medium thinks you're dumb.
That's saying a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'll guess this happened in a southern state.
Yeah, so
if anyone's gonna be having sex with my sister, it's gonna be me.
Cuckoldry could have prevented this disaster.
Oh man, I want to take that headline but put it over like a picture of like I don't know, like a bomb going off in Pakistan or something. All right.
And then just post a picture of iDubbbz and say, well, it didn't work this time.
Nah, for any of the bombings that are going to happen in like in the year Pakistan, you're like, no, you do not have to do that.
Do not redeem. Do not redeem.
Yeah, one of the jokes was this is 7-Eleven versus 9/11. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And let's see it. They thought that they asked for bombs and vagine.
Ah, yes, nice. I still like World War Poo. I think that gets to the heart of the matter.
All right, and with the end of the first two articles comes our first game, which is Sad Libs Double Prompt Edition. Where I take 4 headlines from Medium, take out 2 words, and you guys fill in those words Mad Lib style. The chat votes on which is best. All right, so Johnny, I need a type of person plural.
What would be the plural of popes? Does that be popes?
Yeah.
Popes.
All right.
We'll go popes.
I don't think it's like Popeye or something.
That would be funny.
The scientific alliteration.
I'm here.
No,
Right.
I hope Pope is both the singular and the plural. Like,
Yes.
one Pope, two Pope.
Yeah, there's a herd of Pope coming by. All right.
Yes, exactly.
Sorry, blame me. I turned on the blender.
Yes.
Fix it like Popeyes.
Yeah, Moon, I need a person.
How about... Give me a person, baby.
A what?
A person. Quickly.
Elizabeth Warren.
Elizabeth Warren.
There you go.
All right,
Pope,
let's see.
two popes, red pope, blue pope.
Terry, I need a person.
Jack the Muffin Man Gunsky.
Oh, do you know the Muffin Man?
Do you want the Muffin Man in there or just
It
Jack
doesn't
Gunsky?
matter. Good question.
Yes, he wants the entire thing just to say Jack the Muffin Man Gunsky.
I made a whole shitload of like muffin memes, of brand muffin memes. I think they're on my son's computer now.
Dad,
And,
why is there a whole
Del-
folder of muffin jokes?
Devil Fruit Zero.
And Della says the plural of Pope is
Oh,
potpourri.
that's son. Hi, son.
Hi, 6. Hi, Double Fruit Zero.
All right, and let's see. Rotten, I need a female person.
Hi, Tier.
We'll go AOC.
Okay, and let's
No,
see.
you have to say it right. It's Alexandre Ocasio-Cortez.
Good.
Nah, I'm not gonna
I know,
change
it's not
my
right.
Hi,
change
Michael.
how I say it unless it's food.
Hi, James Collins.
Because I'm passionate about food, not about her.
I like tacos and burritos.
Taco, 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 burrito, burrito.
And, does that mean you cook with the pizza? Is that what you're getting at?
Exactly.
All right, let's see.
Gotta cook with a pizza.
Terry, give me an adjective.
Slimy.
Why?
Bye.
Slimy?
Come on, Zeb.
Savvy, go upstairs, please.
All right, rotten, give me a type of person, plural.
Severus, go upstairs, please.
Elizabeth Warren. You know what? We're gonna go with this one. We'll say Indians.
Type of person. So,
All right, let's see. So, Johnny, give me a person.
Oprah Winfrey.
Eh.
You can just go with Oprah.
Mhm.
All right, and Moon, give me a transitive verb.
masturbate.
I don't think that's transitive.
Fine, masturbated.
No, wait. I
Read it
suppose you-
over, and if it works, then keep it in there.
Well, I suppose you could masturbate someone.
Well,
Wait.
okay, fine.
It
Fine,
sounds
fine, fine.
bad.
Just take the slang of it.
Go with
Fine,
double
how-
Dutch rudder.
How about
How
jerk
about-
off?
there you go. Or you could just do fillet.
There you go.
Fillet would work.
Sodomize.
Sodomize.
All right. Go fillet. Okay. So let's see. Johnny's is popes cause 100% of slimy pregnancies.
There you go.
All right. And Moon's 21 things Elizabeth Warren learned living with Indians for 100 days. I mean, that sounds like an actual headline.
Yeah.
How about Chow? That's the one.
Well, I didn't win.
All right. Terry's Jack Gunsky called me nigger. Oprah didn't do a damn thing about it.
Nice.
Damn you, Gunsky.
I always knew he was racist.
Oh,
All right,
that one is good.
And Rotten, I walked in on AOC naked. She said I had to fillet her now.
Oh.
Well, if you go with it, Jack the Muffin Man Gunsky called me nigger. Oprah didn't do a damn thing about it.
All right, so
You know what? At least I went with
chat.
AOC and not who I was like, Could go Kamala Harris. Glad I at least chose AOC for that one.
I just threw up in my mouth. Let's see. I gotta go with that one.
Let's see.
I didn't want to vote for myself, so I voted for Rotten.
You have 82% anyway.
No one likes Johnny's. Slimy pregnancies are just not the people's favorite.
Meh.
There's no Deus Ex Machina here.
Yeah. Oh, no, they changed their mind because now Johnny's got 5% and Moon has 0%.
How do you take away a vote?
I have no idea.
Well, you scrub illegals from the register. Right, and
it looks like Rotten got 15 and Johnny got 5 and Moon. No one likes Moon anymore.
We made it too real for Moons.
Yeah, and also we have 38 viewers, but only 14 likes.
Mm.
Yeah. You don't want Jack to call you a nigger, do you?
Unless you are one.
And
fine.
And just Oprah watches him do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack won't raise fucking $500,000 off it though.
Yeah. I think it's funny that she got like 750 grand or however much just for calling some kid a nigger. That's fun.
It's like both people in that situation aren't good.
Yeah.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
And the people that donate to are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Or racist.
She should have like a secondary goal of like, if I reach this amount, I'll do it again.
Yeah. Yeah. I would donate to that one.
I think it's funny how most of the people are like, and white people are getting tired. I'm just like, is that really the message you want to deliver? Like,
it's like that scale of white man anger, where it's like, you know, the first few are like, you know, hang on a minute, or listen here, mister, and then it just shows a photo of like Nazis.
Yeah.
News flash, buddy.
Yeah. All right. And now on to our third article.
Yes.
And that is DEI derangement syndrome. White math.
Nah.
Wrong number. Oh, and she's a doctor.
Dr. Lauren Tucker. Does she tuck something? Is she really a dude?
It's a distinct possibility.
Entirely plausible.
What in the hell?
What
the hell?
What the hell?
How ugly is she?
Oh, honey.
Because she's stupid.
Oh, honey. Oh, you gonna get a look. Bonk. There you go.
it's like Tyler Perry's version of Sinbad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I almost missed the days when I couldn't look at that without it stopping the stream. So,
would you call that unfortunate or just?
It's Kenan Thompson mixed with Hannah Gadsby.
No, God.
Kenan, come on. We even have a black dude in chat that's like, oh, come on. You would totally smash that tier. You would smash
off,
that
I'm starving.
No, he only goes for the fat white chicks.
Yeah. You gotta go with the stereotype.
Yes, indeed.
Once I asked a group of white people, what percentage of American adults do you guess are black? The answer is
13%. How does anyone not know that statistic?
Dude, I have an even better answer. Who cares?
No, the correct answer is despite being only 13%.
No, even better. Even better, just say too many.
Yeah, there you go. That works too.
Fact check true.
It's either too many or who cares.
The answers range from 25 to 30%. When YouGov asked American adults over 18 the same question, the response was even more incredible. Americans estimate the black population of the U.S. is a whopping 3 times larger than reality. 3 times!
Who cares?
That's just because there's no escaping them. They're everywhere. Take a look at
I mean, judging by TV and movies and stuff, like they're like 75% of the population.
Yeah.
That and gay people. Right.
Oh yeah, there's too many of those too.
Let me tell you.
I'm going to intentionally mute myself for this article. Otherwise, I could potentially either say something that I would regret or say something that would be extremely inappropriate. So enjoy this article, sir.
Do it, fucking
You
pussy.
pussy.
No, I am not kidding. I would say very, very, very bad things.
That's the point. That's the stream.
No, you don't want to hear what I have to say.
I guarantee that I do.
All right.
Don't.
Now the gay people in the audience might not.
Oh,
right,
no.
This next line is a great way to start a conversation. Let me tell you something about black folks.
If
We
you
are
knew what I had to say about that phrase, you would probably lose your fucking mind.
We are magic, yes, but we're not multiplying loaves and fishes in every hiring pool magic. Yet somehow white America, specifically white men with Wi-Fi and a grievance, have convinced themselves that every time they don't get a job, a black person must have walked off with it. Statistically speaking...
Well, they are known to be thieves. That's just common knowledge.
Despite
no
being
idea.
14% of the conversation.
You have no
Yeah,
idea the
exactly.
restraint that I am holding right now.
Statistically speaking, this is the workplace equivalent of believing Bigfoot stole your Amazon package.
You mean your bike?
Yeah.
According to the numerous DMs, comment sections, and very upset LinkedIn trolls, in response to my wit with a data point scribbling, there's a
You're
widespread...
relying on internet stuff.
Yeah.
Nice. That way to be a doctor.
A few guys DM'd me, therefore the data backs it up. There's a widespread
DM or
feeling...
the DM tier.
No, this isn't Joe Rogan. There's a widespread feeling that the DEI industrial complex has turned the U.S. job market into a Hunger Games for mediocre white dudes, with odds that are never in their favor.
Well, that's true.
You do realize that DEI in and of itself is extremely racist and also goes against the equal opportunity employment regulation that they have for companies.
You're only not allowed to be racist to black people. If you're discriminating against white people, that's good. You're supposed to do that. That's anti-racist.
Terry, are you intentionally trying to get my goat with that? Because
Would
you're
Terry
winning.
do that? Would Terry do
Yes,
that, Moon?
He
Come on.
absolutely would.
I mean, I figured El Chupacabra would be the one going after your goat.
All I'm saying is that maybe if you played Super Seducer, I would not have the need to provoke in such a manner.
I can't play that game every fucking stream, Terry.
I mean, technically you could. You don't
No,
want
I
to.
couldn't. Because once you beat it one time, it's like, what's the point in
But you
playing
didn't
it more
even beat it
times?
one time. That's my point. You stopped.
You
in the
wanna know
middle.
why I didn't beat that fucking game? Because that stupid scenario that it put me in would not accept the right answers, even though they are technically not what that dipshit says are the correct ones, but what I think are the correct ones.
Yeah, so you instead of just admitting that you were wrong, you stopped playing the game.
He can sit on his throne with his little lackeys behind him and their baseball bats patting in their hands all he fucking wants. But the answer that he chose as the correct one is not the correct one.
Hey, there's no way you're getting as much pussy as Mahmood, okay?
Exactly. The man, the myth, the legend.
When that Mahmood Khalil guy was in the news, I can only think of Mahmood from the game.
Yeah.
And I just think of like one of the scenarios where if he messes up and the main guy says, "Poor old Mahmood."
Yep.
Right. But let's get something straight. Math doesn't care about your feelings. Black Americans make up only 13.6% of the U.S. population.
many.
No.
Too many.
Period. What's more, black Americans have remained between 13 to 14% of the U.S. population since 1865.
Isn't abortion wonderful?
Yeah, have you talked to Planned Parenthood? Since 1865! That's not my opinion. That's the U.S. Census. And unlike your drunk uncles... Oh, she knows about drunken uncle.
Uncle, what?
I don't like that guy. His voice annoys me too much. I can't listen to him.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see.
Terry prefers Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah,
No election.
I listen to V, and Drunken Uncle's voice annoys me. Just for perspective.
Facebook
I don't
memes.
think
The
I've ever
census.
listened to V.
The Census Bureau doesn't use vibes and Fox News comedians masquerading as journalists to do its job.
You do realize that Fox News is just controlled opposition, right?
Barely.
I think Fox News should be the name of Kirsha of the YouTuber streams.
So let's stop.
Let's see. So let's do a little back of the envelope math here. There are 50
You can
states.
math?
There are 50 states in the union. All right,
I
checks
can
out.
count good.
Oh,
Checks
wow.
out so far.
I am impressed because if she's like any other black person that they actually do that person on the street asking questions, you're like, what continent is the United States in? China?
That's
They're
like the
re-
ones. My personal favorite for any of those are like, what's former President Obama's last name?
Or like, or it's like, how much is a quarter? 10 cents.
There are roughly 42 to 47 million black Americans. That's not even a million black folks per state.
Oh, darn.
Who gives a shit?
I don't think they're evenly distributed. Like, I doubt there are many in Alaska. Yeah.
Fine.
To quote the old Chris Rock joke, are they black people or are they niggas?
They can have, what do we want to give them? Give them like fucking Mississippi or some shit. Some place that nobody wants to fucking live, that they can just have it. Like, there you go. Then put a big wall around it. And be like, okay. You guys
Tyr's going to establish his ethno-state on the West Coast, and I'll have the rest of America for the ginger ethno-state.
What country is Europe in?
China.
That would be Australia, right?
And
here's... I don't want those filthy Europeans in my country.
Yeah.
No, but you have a continent too, Terry, and they're named the same thing.
And here's some more awkward phrasing. And if you take out the kids, elders, incarcerated folks, thanks systemic racism, and those just trying to mind their business, we're talking about a thin sliver of the workforce pie. I bet she was the workforce pie.
Yeah. I mean,
She ate the workforce pie.
somebody just needs to send her a message like, "Did you know your daddy?" Or like, if you could put a comment in her fucking thing, like, "Did you know your daddy?"
You gotta phrase it right.
What's your dad's name?
You gotta phrase it right.
$5 if you know your dad's name.
You gotta phrase it right. It's what's your name? Who's your daddy? Right.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Yet somehow we're supposed to believe this modest number of black Americans managed to corner the market on great jobs, promotions, C-suite seats, and tech industry internships. Dude, the math doesn't add up.
Oh my God, stop pretending like every single black person out there is the smartest motherfucker in the world. You can't have every black guy be like that fucking who's that astrophysicist guy that is on every goddamn science documentary.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, him. Yeah. Maybe she's acting like every black guy is like another Neil deGrasse Tyson.
You know what? I believe it. I think most black people are about as dumb as that guy.
That guy's a moron.
Yeah, exactly.
What a maroon.
Exactly.
Whenever I publish something even mildly pro-inclusion or pro-equity, I get drunk off the wine that floods in with the past its expiration date cheese.
That's not my background, Keith. That's somebody else's.
Let's see. I lost out on a VP position because
That's
of a
probably
DEI. No.
Well,
See, once again. No. What were you saying, Terry?
no, the thing is, DEI doesn't just mean black people. I mean, it could just be that an unqualified woman got the job.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Or a gay person, or
Yeah, exactly.
This is why I, the son and I, we've talked about this too. And this is why every single person that is hired to any job, just do it completely blind. No phone, no visual, no just a text on your resume, no names. And
No, they made that mistake before. They actually tried that in an effort to.
Okay, seriously, whoever's noise that is in the background, mute your mic.
In an effort to eliminate the gender wage gap, they did do completely blind hiring and ended up hiring like disproportionately more men than they already were.
Yes, because that should tell you that they are the most qualified. That, and also in doing that, you can prove that the most qualified people were hired for it, because there was no way in hell you could possibly discriminate against anybody based solely on answers like those.
Well, merit
No,
is
I'm
a
not mad,
social
Keith.
construct.
I was trying to listen to Terry and I couldn't. That's all. No big deal. But no, that is exactly the way it should be done everywhere. And if it just so happens that, oh my God, the best candidates just happen to be white and they just happen to be men,
No, I think
so
obviously the best candidate is always going to be a lesbian, black, disabled woman.
Well, let's not forget Jewish too. But
Yeah, as South Park pointed out, put a chick in it, make her lame and gay. Right. Let's see. I lost out on a VP position because of a DEI hire. My white son was rejected from med school because they had to make room for diversity.
Oh, this is not a myth, honey. This is fact.
Well, probably more often Asian son. You people are getting all the jobs now. My son's field is very DEI forward, and it kept him out of a job for 3 years.
Uh-huh.
Really? For 3 years? He's been losing out to black folks?
It's happened many times.
Or Indians or Asians or Hispanics.
It's time to unpack the old grievance suitcase, because this excuse is getting musty.
This
First,
woman is so disillusioned.
First, if someone outperformed you, especially for 3 years, it may have had nothing to do with their skin color. It could be a matter of talent, which I define as the motivation to apply your capabilities in ways that the manager and the team require. It's a wild concept, I know. Capabilities, motivation, and the perceptions of the team that may or may not believe that you fit their bill.
All right, look, fine. Just to placate this fucking dumb bitch, why doesn't she go and have an experiment or like make her own experiment that does exactly what she seems to think will work to get more black people or DEI hired instead of white people, and then look at the results? I guarantee you it's going to turn out exactly the way all of those blind ones did that Terry mentioned. It's going to turn out that way almost every single time. And I would put money on it that it would turn out that way every time.
Of course, yeah.
Well, no, the method she wants is, racial discrimination.
Yes.
Fuck that. You know why? Because there's too many fucking DEI people being chosen because of that instead of the people that should be taking that job. I'm sick and tired of seeing this bullshit. Yes. Oh my God, Moon's triggered. Yes, I am. I'm tired of the bullshit. And it's everywhere. Every fucking company, every fucking corporation, every government job always has to have, we need to have your quota of DEI first because reasons. We are so inclusive. No, fuck that. Fuck inclusivity. You hire the right person for the job. If that just so happens to be a white person, so be it. At least you have the best person
for it. If that just so happens to be a white person, then you're evil and deserve everything bad in the world.
Then you know what? I am as pure evil as you can fucking get. There you go.
I know. You don't have to tell me. I already know.
Quit trying to sell us. We're already sold.
Second, Second, black folks still don't have proportional representation in executive leadership, corporate boards, media ownership, venture capital, academia, or government.
13%.
Oh, now we're getting a lot of noise from me, Johnny.
Are we?
13%. You're not going to get the proportional representation if you're only 13% of the population. It's just not going to happen. It's just not.
Also, I like the black folks still don't have proportional representation. Let me direct you to earlier. Let's see. If someone outperformed you, especially for 3 years, it may have had nothing to do with their skin color. It could be a matter of talent.
Yes, but that's only when white guys are complaining, not when black people are complaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're never going to acknowledge that they just proved their previous point. Oh my God, yeah, I just completely contradicted myself. No, you didn't. You're racist. Stop it. They'll just pull that fucking racist card every time.
That's
all
why
they
you say,
need to
yeah,
do.
yeah. Of course I am.
And which card?
And I'm still waiting for my privilege card. It's been 51 fucking years, but I guess it's lost in the mail that long. But I'll
which
still
card
wait.
which card is the racist card? MasterCard.
My white.
Yeah.
I love it. No, but see, to them it's MasterCard.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, sure, Kendrick Lamar's dancers might be too black for TV, but if we were genuinely running things, the racial wealth gap wouldn't be wider than 100 times the distance between Beverly Hills and Compton.
Oh my God! Shut up.
And finally,
I know.
oh, hi, son. Oh, and finally,
Shut up! I'm talking to my dog, you asshole.
and finally, if white people are losing jobs.
What?
Oh.
Hey, yeah, see, you rouse her ire, dude. That's not a good thing.
It was Terry. All right.
Oh, whatever.
And finally, if white people are losing jobs, yeah, if white people are losing jobs to other applicants, 86% of the time, it's to other white people, just ones with better resumes, better skills, or better connections.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Or frankly, just ones who didn't get drunk at the company retreat and hit reply all with a racist meme.
Oh my God, I will actually agree with her on this one tiny little thing, because I can't stand it when some motherfucker hits the reply all, because everybody does it.
God, I want to freaking strangle half my supervision in the military.
You do not need, I mean, that button just needs a big fucking red X over it.
It would flat out be like, we'd get a fucking thing to where it'd be like, oh, hey, here's this event coming up. And it's like, you know, reply to it or reply to the person you want to. The whole fucking unit doesn't need to hear you trying to talk shit with the other goddamn chief. Like, shut the fuck up. I almost tried to see, I was very close to seeing if I could hold a class for all senior leadership on how to properly reply to an email. And it was just, you see this reply all button, if it's the whole unit or something, never fucking touch this because you're wasting people's time.
Yes. Yeah. There was, the funny thing is we had, this is really quick. At a previous company I worked for, there was a contractor that got fired. And as a little like outgoing joke to the entire company, he found one of those really huge chain letters, and he sent that to the entire fucking corporate mailbox or address book. We're talking thousands of email addresses. And guess what they did? Reply all
at the same time.
They replied all. Yeah, they replied all to say, "Stop sending me this. Stop sending me this." And everybody else reply all.
Exactly.
So we're talking millions of emails that bunched up the system for probably about 4 days.
Yeah, I feel like every job should have.
Just to help Key that, I don't know if she's joking or not, but she says, "What's reply all?"
Oh,
that's literally what it sounds like. When an email is addressed to multiple people, reply all will send your response to everyone that's in that email group. That's all that is.
It is the most evil button in all of fucking email ever.
And the sad part is the reply button is to the left of the reply all button.
Yes.
So it's not like you're, oops, I just accidentally hit this button. It is deliberate.
They put forth the effort to move the cursor over to reply all.
There should be mandatory computer classes for boomers.
Oh, dude, some of these fuckers weren't that much. They were fucking Gen Xers as well.
Yes, it's absolutely fucking horrible. But
the boomer question.
thank God, Outlook has an ignore all option.
Well, the thing is, what they should do, if you're going to send something to a shitload of people, send a BCC. That way they can't do reply all.
Big Chinese cock, BCC.
Goddamn right.
All right. But it feels like, yes, I know, it feels like DEI is taking over. When I was young, my street smart brother explained this to me as the red ping pong ball phenomenon. If there's only
BCC is blind carbon copy. Basically, what happens is you can send it to many people, but they won't be able to see who else that email was sent to. So essentially, the to field will be blank.
So if someone essentially is giving you a lot of shit in an email, you can reply to them, and then the blind carbon copy put your supervisor.
Or their
they
supervisor.
really love it when you do that.
If there's only one red ping pong ball in a box of white ping pong balls and they roll onto the floor, everyone's eye follows the red ping pong ball. Trust me, for black folks, this is a blessing and a curse. Mostly the latter. Black people and other marginalized folks are finally being seen. But, well, apparently it was dark out before. And unfortunately,
I just started smiling, and now we can see them.
Well, I don't know. She did say red, so she must be talking about Native Americans. So there you go, Johnny.
Yeah. But, well, they know how to blend in with the trees and all that. They're like the Viet Cong.
As soon as it hit the ground, there was a smoke signal, and everything was.
Okay. Yeah, black people and other marginalized folks are finally being seen, and unfortunately, that's still a big deal for most Americans. 1 or 2 black hires per department feel like a flood when you're used to a whiteout of sameness. But let me say this in bold for the people in the back of the boardroom. Representation is not domination. Equity is not exclusion. And DEI is not a conspiracy. It's a correction.
It most certainly fucking is, you stupid whore. You need to shut the hell up and just see what is really going on. But then again, I don't think she wants to, because she wants to remain blind to the obvious. Because she's dumb.
Almost as blind as the carbon copy that Moon endorses.
I bet you this fucking bitch hits reply all just because.
I bet she does.
The real affirmative action. We can't forget that the biggest affirmative action program in American history is whiteness itself. I want to see like which representative introduced the whiteness program.
Yeah, it had to have been AOC, right? Or how about Rashida Tlaib? You know, it's got to be one of those. It's got to be one of the squad.
From the Homestead Acts to GI bills to legacy college admissions and old boys networks, the game was fixed from the start. When the rules get slightly more fair, some white people wear victimization like a well-tailored suit. When they have to play like everyone else, they whine about reverse racism because they can't reverse engineer how they got ahead in the first place.
There's no such thing as reverse racism. It's just fucking racism.
So if there is a white, whatever the hell she called it.
Yes, Grizz.
Then it wouldn't, I don't know, say Frosted be able to go to a historically black college.
And
see, in what Tyr said right there is actually what you want a black person to say. They should all say affirmative action is an insult to their abilities, because it is.
Yeah,
it's like every single one of them, they're presuming or assuming that they all need a leg up, or they all need a helping hand somehow.
I remember there was a Stephen Crowder Change My Mind where he was talking to some black girl who was attending the university, and she was fully convinced that she was only there because she was black. And from the sounds of it, she was actually very intelligent. So she was almost certainly there on merit, but because the affirmative action program exists, she didn't feel like she deserved to be at that university.
Yeah. So the ones that are qualified feel like they aren't, and the ones who aren't are going to probably fail because they aren't, qualified enough. The truth is the pause that's refreshing. If you didn't get the job, maybe you weren't the best candidate. Okay, so tell that to black people who aren't hired without DEI. Right.
Yeah.
Perhaps it was someone with broader skills, a more compelling story, or, gasp, a less defeatist attitude. And the probability is they are as white as you. Blaming a statistical minority for your majority discomfort and lack of intestinal fortitude isn't just wrong, it's lazy. And you know what? You deserve better than this moldy excuse. So do we. Because fact, black excellence is real, but black ubiquity is a fantasy and a boogeyman keeping white people from realizing true excellence. You keep insisting that DEI is a threat when all it threatens is the empty narrative of whiteness that will never deliver the self-worth you're looking for.
And yes, no, Keevan is right. I have not heard of the band Mindless Self-Indulgence.
Oh, they're hilarious. Their songs are great.
But if they do have a song called Faggot, you've got my attention.
They do.
I would not be surprised.
But my favorite that they do is called Stupid Motherfucker.
Oh, okay. Well,
Stupid
I'll definitely have to,
stupid motherfucker.
I'll definitely have to check them out because that sounds like something I would at least get a giggle out of.
Well, I mean, one of the lyrics of the song is, "Should I talk slower because you're a retard?"
See? I like them already.
Alright. Well, with the end of the third article, it's time for the second game, which is for the chat only, Italians. And that is the Caption Contest, where I show a photo of a political figure event and the chat has to come up with a caption for it, and whichever one we like best, I'll tweet out after the show. Alright, so this week we have the new statue out in New York City right now of the overweight black woman who's angry at the manager.
So is that Michelle Obama? I can't tell.
No, it's a woman, remember?
Oh, right. Sorry. Well, Michael Robinson, as they say.
Yeah.
I don't even know what chitlins are, but I know it's black people's food.
That's not a bad one, which is why it's a shame I have to put you in a timeout. I don't make the rules. Okay, maybe I do make the rules, but still the rules.
I don't make the rules. I just enforce them and also make them.
Yes.
Somebody else do that one.
Even bitches in bronze can't find a good man. Fuck you mean you got me fucked up. Scarecrow for Popeye's employees. From Michelangelo to my baby daddy D'Angelo.
Not bad.
A new Wonder Woman statue revealed. To the food stamp office and beyond.
I like that one. James is winning in my mind.
I got 7 kids and 6 baby daddies. They kept her mouth closed so pigeons don't nest in it. All of the sass, none of the brass. All right. I'm putting you on child support. New Trump statue revealed after he came out as a black transracial transgender. It's a little wordy, right?
Yeah.
Where all the good dick at?
Okay, Misfit, you win so far.
Better be some good smokes and milk. Can you hear the chirp?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the first word is supposed to be, James. but something can see your FUPA from here.
Probably we can.
Okay. It's a pigeon, not fried chicken. Wear my EBT card. Man, everybody's got tons of captions for this one.
Yeah.
I think I'll have to cut it off here. How to cast cellulite in bronze. All right. Okay, I'll let in these next two because I like sixes there. Caption, Harriet Tubby Memorial. And where my baby daddy at.
That hoe got roaches in her crib.
Sorry, I'll have to put you in timeout. All right, so which one do you guys like best?
James's one was good.
Which one?
I'm trying to scroll, but my finger...
Was it to the food stamp office?
Can you hear the chirp?
that one.
That's my favorite one. Can you hear the chirp?
Can you hear the chirp is a good one as well. That's like my second place.
That one wins for me.
Let's see. I kind of like the scarecrow for Popeye's employees.
Isaac with that where my EBT card ain't bad either.
Oh wait, we have a late entry. I cook it to Chitlins.
Right, who hasn't chosen one?
I would go with. Have you heard the chirp? Can you hear the chirp?
All right, and is that everyone?
I think
I
so.
believe so.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I probably would have gone with sixes, but it sounds like the chirp one wins. Where's that one? Oh, there it is. All right, so
Misfit.
And apparently, chitlins is boiled pig intestines.
Yes.
I'm glad I have never eaten.
Same.
Where's my water chirp melon and fried chicken? Baby!
This
I
is
like.
why you like it better than you, man.
Well, have any of you seen that that short video series called The Niggaverse?
No.
Oh, it's fantastic.
All right, so I don't know if I know Misfit Lisa. Is that Misfit Lisa or another person?
I'm pretty sure that's Lisa.
Oh, all right. I'll try and find her on Twitter.
Yeah.
All right.
Lisa, just put your Twitter name in chat, and then Frosted can make sure he tags you in it.
Yeah. All right. So now on to our fourth article. Maybe I am a champagne socialist, but I am not conflicted.
Wow. Philip Beasley.
Wow, that is like the whitest name I've heard.
Written
I've seen
by
in a while.
Hassan Piker.
Yeah. I love how they never realized like the hypocrisy.
No, they never did.
Oh,
Like-
this guy is like a fucking. Oh my god, what do they call him?
Like even when they asked Bernie, like, isn't it kind of weird that you go on like private jets everywhere? You know, he's like, no. Am I supposed to wait at airports all the time? No.
I thought it would have been funny. What, am I supposed to walk?
Pictures in chat. I think it's like no, not cuck. Oh, stop! You're fine.
Nah, he probably is a cuck.
Well, I mean, he's got freaking nipples showing too, so I was like, "Come on, dude, we don't need to see your nips."
Yeah, I was gonna say apparently it was cold there. Let's see. The NASA moon landings was a socialist project. The top rate of tax for the highest earnings was 91% at the time. Today's equivalent. That's kind of a what?
Absurd.
Yeah, I don't know the facts, but I have a feeling that there's some context we're missing.
Probably.
Today's equivalent top tax band in America is 37% for those earning over $607,000. Although not quite as stark, the changes are similar in the UK. Champagne socialist often conjures images of individuals who advocate for progressive social and economic policies while leading lives of privilege.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the definition.
I send my son to a private school. Of course he
I
did.
thought the commies hated private property.
He had a major health issue in year 10 and significantly dropped predicted grades due to a lot of absence. He had eyes on going to Oxford University before that. Finding and funding the best option for him socially and educationally aged 16 or 17 was something my wife and I were fortunate to be able to do. However, it does not dissuade me from my position that all schools should be as good as his. It's just for sixth form, by the way. He had gone to a state secondary before that.
So if he wants all schools to be as good as the one his kid went to, why does he want the government in charge of it?
Yeah, so basically you want all schools to be private.
Yeah, that would make sense. Like, if he wants all schools to be private, he's a very bad communist.
Because under socialism, all schools would be probably worse than the public ones.
Yes.
Anyway, we're doing nicely. Having been truly poor 18 years ago, our progression means we're now what you'd consider very comfortable. Yeah, he's British. Alright. My political leanings are strongly left-wing. I want a fairer, more equal society. I want House of Lords reform, proportional representation, a wealth tax, no private outsourcing in the NHS, education funding to be doubled and teachers lauded, to rejoin the EU, a green agenda, prison reforms, investment in the criminal justice system, universal basic income, and national control of essential services like water, electricity, and transport. As a consequence of these opinions, a close friend called me a champagne socialist.
Quite correctly.
Meh. He says I'm conflicted and self-contradictory. He mock quotes me with redistribute wealth, just not mine.
Well, yes.
Side note, he's a thoroughly lovely and highly intelligent person, and I have a great deal of time for him.
Which is why I'm going to spend the rest of the article ridiculing him.
Through a certain lens, I get the accusation. And maybe by certain folks' definition, I am a champagne socialist. But I think despite my privileged position, this is all about fighting the real villain here. The truly wealthy. I'm merely...
This is Pokimane. This is Pokimane, where she was complaining about the rich, and her friend is like, aren't you the rich? He's like, no.
I'm merely doing well salary-wise. I'm not wealthy, I'm just doing well.
Yeah.
It's the really wealthy. Just like the...
It's the people who have $1 more than I do. Those are the real problem.
Just like how Bernie now only goes after the billionaires because he's a millionaire now.
Exactly.
Now, whilst I am greatly willing to pay more tax, seriously, up it by £500 a year.
Just donate the money to the government. You don't need them to tax you. You can just donate. They'll take it.
You think that all the stuff you want is going to be funded by an extra 500? Like, you're going to be paying, like, almost everything.
Yeah.
All right. I buy 30-pound bottles of wine. I'm fine. The real treasure chest isn't within my wealth bracket, nor my close friends. Those rich in assets to whom the wealth flowed during quantitative easing after the 2008 financial crash and the COVID economic stimulus are the ones for whom the focus is never on. The biannual budget announcements by the Chancellor do not affect them, whether positively or negatively. The budget is for the poor. Now quote from Gary Stevenson, whoever that is. The current system is not working for an enormous amount of people, and that percentage of people is increasing. And the reason things are getting worse is because wealth inequality is getting worse. If the next government doesn't address wealth inequality, the center is dead and people will move to the extremes.
Well, if Gary Stevenson says that, I mean, you got to listen to him.
I mean, people are moving to the extremes over there, just not because of wealth inequality.
Yeah, because they're importing all the Muslims.
Allahu Akbar.
So I am angry. While the top tax percentage has decreased and wealth has skyrocketed for the asset-owning class, like you, middle and lower income earners are getting less for our money. So they're the middle and lower income earners. Right. Than ever, as privatization of public services cripples the public purse. See my previous article. At work they say, "What's your solution?" Well, I wrote a piece on universal basic income and the progressive tax that's needed to implement it. It's a start and could be expanded beyond an introductory amount. Give it a read. Or search.
I make $600,000 a year, but I identify as someone who makes, $50,000 a year.
The best way to incentivize people to work is to give them money for not working. Genius.
I make 600,000, which is why we need higher taxes on people earning 700,000.
Exactly.
Or search Gary Stevenson. Gary Stevenson again on YouTube. Fucking Gary Stevenson, and watch pretty much any of his videos. He's an economist and ex-Citibank trader who continuously cites wealth inequality as the driver of society's problems, and tries to raise awareness. In summary, the tension between
how many times has he been charged?
How much CP did they find on his computer? Oh man, the clip of Vosh accidentally opening that folder. just the and then it cuts out. It never gets old. In summary,
can I play this off?
It's like the scream that Sam Neill does in Event Horizon. If you cut it short. It's Event Horizon or In the Mouth of Madness, one of the two.
I think it was Event Horizon.
Yeah. In summary, the tension between the personal choices and political ideology is not unique to the Champagne Socialist. It reflects the complex nature of a world where individual decisions intersect with broader societal issues. But yeah, I'll take Champagne Socialist. Ideas for a fairer society.
Ooh, these will be good.
Now that's the little slogan under their name.
Oh, okay.
Not to be a raging faggot.
No, it is In the Mouth of Madness.
Oh. The one he does on the bus.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with the end of the fourth article comes the final game. And that is Poe or No Gender Edition. Where I give you...
Since Gunsky's not here, it's B.
Gunsky would call you a nigger if he was here.
And Oprah would just let it happen.
Fucking Oprah. Right. And this is where I give you 3 genders, 2 of which are from the LGBTIA wiki, meaning they're 100% real, and 1 I made up, and you have to figure out which one is made up. And I'll even give you a short description of each one. Alright, so gender A, I mean, I can't really read out because it's an emoticon.
Oh, okay.
What?
So, colon P gender. Gender related to the emoticon colon P.
Colin Powell.
Yes, I was
Yeah.
thinking that too.
All right, and gender B. Funfetti cake gender.
Oh, nice.
Xenogender related to funfetti cake.
What the hell is funfetti cake?
It's got
it's that
sprinkles
sugary-
inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
All right, and gender C. Flesh cute.
What?
Gender connected to cute things covered in flesh.
There you go.
Okay.
Why wouldn't that exist?
What have you been looking at lately, Frosted?
Cute
Like,
flesh.
those things from Hellraiser.
For multiple reasons, I'm not
sights to show you.
Moon. For multiple reasons, I'm not showing you my search history.
It would make Vouch blush.
It's such a fascinating
And confused.
to show you.
All right, so starting to pull for the chat, and don't forget one of the options is that they're all real.
Let's see. I don't think that Frosted would be. Well, yes, he would. Never mind.
If it starts with I don't think Frosted would, yeah, I would.
Yes,
Yeah.
he
I'm
would
gonna-
definitely. Go ahead, Terry. Whatever the hell your name
Yeah,
is.
I'm going to say he was looking at what is his niece or his nephew, whichever one it is. Says, that's some cute flesh. I'm going to make
It's my
Well, I was gonna
godson, and no, he is cute, but I wouldn't describe it as cute flesh.
Well, I was gonna say, is he gonna fuck with us? Until, like,
Well, that's how you
emoji
lose your
comment?
status as a godfather.
yes.
That is cute flesh. Okay, here's your restraining order. Have a nice day.
You would think so, Evolved, but not everything that's cute is covered in flesh.
Out of context, that is a very creepy thing to say.
Yes, it is.
Not everything that's cute is covered in flesh.
Not everything that's cute is covered in flesh.
All right, so Johnny, what are you going with?
I'll just pick B just for the fact that Funfetti cake is one of the only boxes of cake that actually comes in gluten-free.
Do you like to eat funfetti cake, Johnny?
I do.
Mm.
Well,
All right.
when I eat cake, but I don't eat it all that often. But
Are
it's
you,
one of the only ones that I make because it is.
Are you gluten intolerant?
No, my youngest is.
Ah, yeah.
All right, so let's see. Moon, what are you going with?
You know, at first I was going to do the emoticon one, but I'm like, you know what? That's when I said, "What Frost did? Frost would do." Yes, he would. So
Yeah.
I'm going to have to turn that around and go with flesh cute.
Yeah.
All right, and Terry.
I'm going flesh cute. I think I've solved the riddle. I think I explained exactly how you came up with it.
He's turned into Dick fucking Tracy here, people.
Then I will go with A, just to round us out with it without having the all real.
Oh, you're so inclusive, Johnny.
Well,
right,
Cat's
well-
got all real covered.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, Chet's going all real with B in second.
They
And
all
I can
go with
honest-
all real.
And I could honestly see Frost doing this because of seeing the amount of emojis and shit on Twitter.
True.
I was gonna say if we want to put a little jack spin on this, it couldn't be A to do the Vicini thing. It can't. It could be A because I know Terry uses a lot of the colon P.
Colon P.
Yeah. I do
Emojis.
use that emoticon quite a lot.
It's colon P.
And so it could be A. It could be C because of his godson and being a cute little
Flesh
thing. And,
monster.
But it could also be B because of him of like a
Being
fucking
backfired.
because
thing
he
is-
was walking through the store and then just happened to catch out of the side of his eye in his peripheral vision a box of funfetti cake, and he's like, you know what, that could be a thing.
I like how you have to go all like Hannibal Lecter on me to try to figure out which is fake.
I'm just like, I'm gonna go with that one.
I'll just point at the screen and just be like, I vote for that one. And it just so happens to be right. Oh, look.
Well, if you point at the screen and say that one, I'm not going to know what you're saying.
I'm just going to say it's that one. And
It's the other one, just below that one.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. You don't
All right.
understand. It's option D that isn't there.
All right. I think
So
I'll
all
end the
real?
poll there. So chat went with all real, followed by B. All right. And
No, see, there is no option D. See, it's just all real.
Chat likes the D. Just accept it.
yeah,
Yes.
I've got an option D for you. All right. And the answer is they're all real.
You son of a bitch.
Only the chat got it.
Oh, I can't wait to see what Flesh Cute's flag looks like.
Yeah.
The one time I was like, I ought to go all real, but I'm like, I'll get the other one. Nope. I was a dumbass.
You're right. It's fact.
All
See,
right,
now you have to
and,
leave Jonathan Frakes' face up there for the next article.
And there's the one for the :P.
Come on, let's see how dumb it is.
Oh, that's
Please.
It looks like it's over the top of like a sideways black woman's vagina.
wasn't there like an ice cream sandwich gender that you had in here that had almost the exact same or Neapolitan gender or something?
Yeah, I
I
think so.
wouldn't be surprised.
Which makes the fact that it's a guy with his tongue out like all the more appropriate.
Yeah.
All right.
See, sounds like the food I'm going to make for Halloween.
That's cute.
All right, and there's funfetti cake gender.
I'm expecting it to be dumb. And that's
dumb.
actually not bad.
It's still pretty dumb.
It is pretty
It's
dumb,
not
but it's
terrible.
still not bad. Yeah, it's not terrible.
All right, and
It's not see previous flag.
and there's flesh cute, which is just stripes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dumb. Lame. Frosty, couldn't you at least have made something up for that one instead?
Just put like a slab of bacon on there or something.
Yes, exactly. I mean, this is the very first time I think I've seen a flag that almost resembles exactly what it has. Like that funfetti cake flag, like there looks just like you would make a cake out of that. So that was actually, I'll actually give them that. That's really well done.
I mean, occasionally there are like higher effort ones.
Not often.
Sprinkles. They didn't really do a whole lot of effort.
I mean, they're higher effort.
Yes, there you go. That's fair enough.
All right.
You would think so, Angry.
But of course, that's not all, because we have Power No Gender Edition Too Retarded for TV.
Yay.
Are you sure you didn't make this one up?
Where I give you a gender that's too retarded for you guys to think I made up, but also too retarded not to share.
But you know what's upsetting for me? 60 FPS plus gender is a candidate for deletion on the wiki.
Aww.
My identity is being erased.
Yeah.
Well, then you ought to complain about that. Be like, that represents me. Are you erasing me by erasing that gender?
Yeah, that's basically genocide.
Yeah, dude.
It is, yeah.
Complain.
Yeah.
You got to send a message to the moderator of that place and be like, hey, what's up?
Persons of this identity can describe it as smooth and lag-free gameplay, as if their gender is smooth and clear. Any gameplay below 60 FPS is typically an aesthetic gender to someone who identifies as 60 FPS plus gender.
Oh my god.
So not having enough video memory is going to trigger you.
Yeah. That's why I bought a new computer.
Yeah.
You know what's really scary, Frosted, though, is that you've done this many shows and you've had at least 2 genders every time. So there must be thousands and thousands.
Oh, yes, there are. There absolutely are.
Sevi, why don't you?
Someday I want to go and count how many genders we've done.
And you have to count them by hand, though. You have to count them by hand.
One gender.
All right, and let's see. And gender is Maggie Lick? Magilic?
What? Say what now?
Magilic?
Magi-elic.
Magilic.
My Gaelic.
Magalic.
Oh, my gay something.
Let's see. Gender related to the following scene. You're on a journey to find a magical artifact. When you finally arrive at the entrance of a cave, you head inside and find a cave full of hundreds of glowing gems, and in the middle is the artifact. You take it and are finally able to perform any magic you want.
What?
Yeah, you can take off the MAHA and the lick.
Did you actually? Yeah. This person or whoever made this up actually made a gender off of a fucking scenario?
What do you mean made up, Moon? That's very hateful
Okay,
language.
fine. Invented or evolved into.
Discovered about themselves.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I mean, there are multiple genders based on scenes. Like, last week you missed out on Lytusavian,
What?
which for those who missed it last week is a gender that feels like a bird fighting to fly during a rainstorm. The deluge rages, depressing the flight of the vagrant bird, its wings heavy with the weight of raindrops fallen, till it seems nothing more than a streak of darkness fighting a bitter battle through the tempest.
Please stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
No means no, Frosted.
World's greatest gender.
God, you're fucking.
Yeah, you took a creative writing course. We get it.
No kidding. I mean, I'll admit, I did take a fucking.
It was his thesis.
I mean, I took a creative writing class in high school, but it wasn't this fucking retarded. That was dumb.
Let's see, and unfortunately, the flag is just stripes.
Lame.
I mean, you have a whole scene for its definition. How do you not have something more interesting on the flag?
Yeah.
Could have at least pulled some AI slop.
Wrong. Yeah.
I mean, like show like friggin' dwarves from The Hobbit or something. I don't know.
Yes, it's got purple key, but that doesn't mean I have to like it.
That just means it's asking to be great.
Yes, exactly. See, this is my. This is my.
Was wearing
my wineaholic gender.
All right, let's see. So now on to our final article. I got bad news, and that is the mass killings are about to start.
If you say Cat Congress, I'm gonna fucking beat you.
I like Cat Congress.
I wish we had more Cat Congress.
Well, remember, folks, stay strapped or get clapped.
Cat Congress is unironically my favorite author on Medium.
They are pretty good.
No,
Come
at least
back,
when you're
Cat
not
Congress. All right.
You can blame.
So I'm not going to give the title of this one, and this is a short one because apparently we went pretty quick. But
giggity.
All right. The
Did
echoes
you hear
of,
him harump for you? Oh, Severus just went. He does that from time to time when he just harumps when he's comfy. I've got both dogs. I've got Severus in my lap, and I got Pretty Girl on my left-hand side. So there's 2 dogs and 1 human in this chair.
All I can think of is the dumbass freaking Potter Puppet Pals thing.
you call your dick Severus?
Yes, I call my dick Severus. Thank you.
No.
I prefer Padre.
Keep shut up. 2 dogs at the same time. Sicko.
The echoes of Nazi Germany are getting louder.
I
And
didn't
this
know you
time,
had Whitney, Wisconsin on the stream.
who's Whitney, Wisconsin?
She's the one who banged the dog.
Yeah.
What? Oh God.
I mean, you know, chicks who bang dogs, that's a dime a dozen. Yeah.
That is true.
All right, let's see. And this time, they're coming from within our government. The Nazis are coming from inside the house.
They were inside the house the whole time.
Yeah.
The true Nazis are the friends we made along the way.
I don't have a problem with Nazis. I really don't.
Under the Trump administration, United States Secretary of Health and Human Services Robert Francis Kennedy Jr., RFK Jr.
You mean the guy that talks like this?
How word real name? You got to say the full thing.
Yeah, I understand that he's injured and all that kind of shit, but the guy sounds like he's being strangled whenever he talks. It's really fucking annoying.
Has proposed a national
you got
red.
cold hands, woman.
Has
You got really cold hands.
Are you at a doctor's appointment? What?
No, she just took Severus out of my lap, and she's got cold hands. She touched my leg. She touched my leg with her hands.
All right, she went and grabbed Severus, and her hands were cold.
Yes, she grabbed Severus, my dick, with her cold hands.
Yes, I
There you
love
go.
grabbing
You said
his
it's your
dick.
nipple, not your dick.
See? She even said she loves grabbing. Never mind.
from her cold, dead hands.
Actually, she had a strawberry banana smoothie, Keith.
You can have my dick when you pray from my cold dead. All right, so RFK Jr. has proposed a national registry of children and adults with autism. Why? Because he believes autism is a preventable disease, something he thinks can be cured with sunshine, hard work, and who knows, maybe a little smacking some sense into them.
Yeah.
I have a feeling he didn't actually say that, but...
Probably not.
Let's be clear. Autism is not a disease. It's not contagious, and it is not caused by vaccines.
You know a disease can still not be contagious, right?
Oh no, every disease is contagious, didn't you know?
Because like technically diabetes is a disease and it's not contagious.
Yeah.
Like
So someone with diabetes sneezes on you and you get the beatus.
Yes, you get the betas.
well, and apparently I'm immune because like both my grandmothers have had it, my dad has it, and I was around them, been sneezed on them by them, and I freaking don't have it.
Maybe you do, but it's manifesting in different ways. And so.
What I don't like is when people call epilepsy a disease. It's not a disease. It is a disorder. Very big difference. So it's like, I'm not fucking diseased, people.
I was hoping you were going to say
I was
hoping you were going to say it's not a disease, it's a way of life.
Yes.
Technically, it kind of is.
I mean, yeah.
I had to take medication for the rest of my life for it, but yeah, it kind of is a lifestyle.
It's like the extreme sport of diseases.
Yes, cancer is definitely a fucking disease.
So what's the difference between a disease and a disorder then?
A disorder, well,
disorder would
One
probably
is
be
your
dealing
brain
with
being
your
retarded,
brain.
the other is like your body's fucked.
Yeah, it's tards and cripples. That's the difference.
Oh, okay.
It says a disease is a medical condition with a specific, often identifiable cause leading to blah 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 blah. A disorder, on the other hand, refers to a condition that disrupts normal bodily or mental functions, but may not have a clear known cause. So yeah, there you go.
So if we don't know what caused it, it's a disorder.
This is like semantics.
That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like the same thing with like some subtle difference that no one really cares about.
Yeah,
They're the same thing.
No, they are not.
All right. Kennedy, a longtime anti-vaccine conspiracy theorist, has been spreading dangerous misinformation from the moment he stepped into office.
Okay, seriously, it is not a conspiracy theory. If the guy was fucked up by a vaccine, have you heard the guy talk? He's not doing that for his own health.
And if you've paid attention to what he said, he's not saying all vaccines are bad. You fucking tard.
Exactly.
But he wouldn't disavow the onesie. Remember?
No, you know which vaccine really is bad? The one Stephen Colbert did on his show.
Yes.
Oh,
the vaccine.
That guy needs to get his ass kicked just for doing that shit.
Yes.
When they show his occupation, it should be in quotes, like comedian.
Yeah, you know, Faithless does make a good point. His whole family does sound that way. His daughter has that sound too. Is that it's got to be like maybe genetic, perhaps, that he got fucked up by something and then she was susceptible to it too. Or
maybe like their family doctor, like as soon as everyone was born, just punches them all in the throat.
No, you know what I think it might be? I think when his daughter was like really little, the only person she ever heard speaking was him. And it's like, that's just how people talk, I guess. And so that's what she does.
And didn't she go ape shit when she found out that Trump pegged him for that position?
Trump pegged him?
Oh my God, get your head out of the fucking
Damn.
I knew you were going to do that too. So I was sitting there struggling to find a word that would be more appropriate. But
the things you got to do to move up the ladder.
The perfect word for it.
Well, the other one would have been tapped, but still.
Fine. Tapped is just as bad. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
I wish there was a third one and was just butt fucked.
Trump filleted him for the role.
Yeah, Trump sodomized RFK Jr. to get in the position.
Trump reached around and gave him the position.
Let's see. His belief that autism is caused by environmental factors or vaccines has been thoroughly debunked by decades of medical research.
Oh, really? I would love this. A source, please. Citation needed.
As The Cut reports, experts warn that his so-called investigation into autism's causes is scientifically baseless and politically dangerous.
No, autism is caused by vaccinations. That is a 100% proven fact.
I don't know, but...
No, it is absolutely true. It actually happened to one of my nephews. He was just fucking fine. He got vaccinated, and guess what?
Now he's gay.
Yeah, exactly. No.
You know what I do think is probably true, though? Autism causes vaccines, because I reckon most of these scientists are on the spectrum.
Okay, let me kind of wheel it back real quick. Okay, fine. Some people say no, it's not caused it. Some people say do. It depends on your reaction to certain vaccines. So some people can get a vaccine and not develop autism. Some people can. So it really is differential by person. You can't necessarily say it causes it in everybody, because then fucking everybody would be autistic. But some people are more predispositioned to get it or have it develop as a result of getting a vaccination as opposed to not, or as opposed to other people. So I wheel that back. Sorry, Keishel. So I understand your argument there.
So why the hell is he pushing for a registry? He's getting married? That's the part that sends a chill down my spine. Because history offers us a brutal lesson, and it starts with a program called Action T4. Beginning in 1939, Nazi Germany implemented a euthanasia program targeting children with disabilities.
No, children in Asia, obviously.
Huh?
Children in Asia. Euthanasia.
Oh. And did you really say Action? It's probably action.
Well, it's spelled with a K. I don't know if it's a German word.
Action.
No, that doesn't say action. Action has a C in it, not a K.
I like that. That's hilarious.
Let's see. Okay. Parents were told their kids would be sent to special clinics for care. In reality, they're going to go live on a farm while they'll be happy. All right.
Yeah. They can run and play in the field and...
In reality, those children were murdered by injection, starvation, or carbon monoxide pumped into sealed buses during rides in the countryside. This wasn't a footnote in history. It was the precursor to the final solution, a blueprint for genocide. Over 200,000 disabled children, adults, and other undesirables were murdered under that program. So again, why the push for an autism registry? They'll tell you it's to help uncover the cause by next year. But when that fails, because autism is far more complex than their science-denying ideology can handle, what comes next?
Well, and also you really have to think about it this way. I mean, they've folded so many different things into just the one diagnosis of autism that, I mean, technically anybody and everybody can be on the spectrum. So, I mean, hey, look, I don't like people. Oh, you're autistic. Or I have a social anxiety. Oh, you're autistic.
Well, they changed it in the latest DSM because, like, they got rid of, like, Asperger's. Now it's just falls under autism and stuff.
Exactly.
But it's called a spectrum disorder now.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Then anybody and everybody can be put on that in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
You know,
autism is the latest thing. Everybody's autistic now.
I was never on the spectrum. I had an Atari instead.
and that's the thing, Keith. That's what you would say. Like I like having my things arranged alphabetically. Yeah, exactly. You know, it just so happens that when I was a kid playing with Legos, I would always separate them by color and all that kind of shit. Oh, you're autistic. That makes me autistic all of a sudden because I like separating Legos up by color. No.
When I was a kid playing with my friends, I would always separate them by color.
Well, exactly. See, and wait, shut up.
I like that it took you a sec.
But no, that doesn't make anybody anything. They just like to have it organized. So you're like, oh, you're separating your yellows from your blues, from your greens, from your reds. That makes you autistic. No, it doesn't. That just means that you can identify patterns and things. That doesn't make you in any way, oh my God, you're mental. What?
Well, when my youngest, because he's diagnosed autistic, and so one of the signs that he had is he would actually line his cars up in a single row, and then they didn't have any distinct pattern or anything. That's just how they were organized. But it wasn't just like, oh, that one thing's there, he's autistic. It's just a tell. It's not the underlying issue.
Satu's daughter is autistic as well? Fucking hey, man.
Yeah,
well, they say, didn't they take it down to like 1 in 17 now or something like that?
Matter.
It's like some ridiculously common number now.
Everyone is autistic.
Plus, a lot of people are
eventually.
Plus, a lot of people are like self-diagnosing now. Like, remember we had that article by the chick who's like, I'm autistic, but I'm not gonna get a diagnosis. All right. So what comes next? Re-education, smack some sense into them camps, special programs for dealing with the problem, and after that, well, maybe just a Sunday drive in a special bus. Well, I mean, if they're special ed kids, they do get a special bus, but all right.
Yeah.
You think I'm exaggerating? Let me remind you, this administration is already deporting U.S. citizens.
Oh God! Don't turn this into one of these fun. Oh my
God. It's like the trains to Auschwitz, but they're short trains.
Yeah, I took the short train to Auschwitz.
Choo choo.
But on the bright side, on the bright side, they're going to be ecstatic that they got to ride on a train.
Yeah.
I took a shower.
CDC says 1 in 31 children aged 8 years have been identified with AIDS.
That's insane. That is insane.
It's already sending people to death camps in El Salvador. Has anyone died in that prison?
I mean, I'm sure they have.
They're rounding up Jews and sending them to El Salvador now.
Only from Maryland.
Oh, well, and they're doing it to Rwanda too. Damn. I mean, that's round them on up. Let's go.
With Rwanda up next, already going after the weak, the marginalized, the voiceless.
People that don't need to be in society. That works.
What makes you think they'll stop before they come for autistic children? Wake up.
Oh.
Seriously, wake the fuck up.
It really depends on how high functioning you are, whether or not you would be able to contribute it to society.
Also, I'm
you
not
just
sure.
reminded me of that things like, you are the people that warned us about. Wake up.
What's that?
This is like back when Trump was first elected. Is like some random fat.
Oh yeah, that
aiming at the camera.
Nazi America is being built right in front of our eyes, and they are coming for you next.
Okay. Are they going to be recruiting us, or are they going to be throwing us into a camp? I mean, which one?
Okay, this name has to be made up. Written by Zed Babby.
Zed? Oh, you mean Zero or Z Babby? Got it.
No, it says there Zed.
No, it's Z. Get it right. Terry, are you actually physically unable to say the word Z?
No, I can say it. It's just wrong.
Yikes,
and, I'm pretty sure this was back in 2016, Keith. The crazy lady was making that video.
Oh, the author did whatever, dude. VV.
And not a single comment seems to think this is stupid.
Yeah. Yes.
Gee, there's a big surprise. Cat medium. Have you even tried to appeal their little ban on you, or are you just gonna say fuck it? They're not going to charge me to get articles. So
does that.
Yeah. Might as well. I mean, you give me a free fucking membership. I just can't comment. No big deal. No loss. Because you can basically do anything but comment, right?
Well, he can give the claps.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they're pro-socialism, so I'm just getting it for free.
Yeah.
Wonder how many other people are in the same scenario. They're just like, fuck it. I mean, did somebody actually find the loophole? But they're like, we don't need to fix it. They'll just spread our shit.
All you gotta do is insult an author's teeth, and you get it for free.
How long ago was that? That was years ago, wasn't it?
I don't know. It was a while. I remember. Yeah. I remember the Monkey was on that stream.
Oh, okay.
So that was probably a good 3-4 years ago. I mean, it's been a while that we've been doing this show, right?
Yeah. All right. So let's see. That's all I have for tonight, gentlemen. So take a moment to shill my co-host and guest. Let's see. Johnny, anything you want to shill?
Oh, I do have a question for Johnny. Are you doing Icarus streams on Tuesdays now since you got your schedule changed?
Well, I have been doing streams on Tuesdays, but I haven't done any Icarus.
Okay.
With minions, and that's about all I have right now. And then the occasional game stream when I have the time for it, but that's rare and far between.
And let's see. And I suppose I'll shill for Jack, where he has games with Terry on the Quippers channel. Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern.
You would know better than I would. I don't speak American in terms of time zones.
All right, and let's see. So Moon has his Twitch channel where he plays games that aren't as good as Super Seducer. So are you doing 7 days now, or?
We started a new season of the group 7 days last Thursday. We have a new person that joined us, and I actually got up to a little over 70 viewers because I got rated by somebody that added like 50.
And I bet they all left when they saw you went.
Well, usually when people raid another channel, they join, but then they quickly leave. But then I was raided by somebody else. I ended up averaging almost like 30 people that night, which was my
all I'm saying is, if you were playing Super Seducer, they would have stuck around.
Motherfucker,
he was raided, but was by the FBI. Right.
So anyway,
All right, let's see. Terry is on Games with Terry on Jack's channel. Let's see. He's on Mr. Adam streams, I think.
Yep.
And Hammer's Minions Nights on Wednesdays.
Yep.
All right,
That's it.
All right. And anything you want to show, Rotten?
I occasionally do movie reviews, which I'll be doing tomorrow night, and it'll be the Nicolas Cage film Season of the Witch.
If you ever do Tron Legacy, I need to be on that show.
Or have you done the Color Out of Space yet?
No, we've been going through it chronologically. So we just redid Sorcerer's Apprentice because that one came up, and next one is Season of the Witch. So it's going to be a bit.
Yeah. Well, let me know when you get to that one. It's kind of like the Lovecraft stuff.
And, just an FYI, that Tron Ares movie, I will not be watching. It's going to be a complete fucking disaster because the previews look really fucking stupid. Or the trailers did.
But, well, yeah, it's Tron.
My wife is like, is that Jared Leto? And we all just look at her.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, why is Jared Leto getting work still?
Well, he's playing Mr. Tron, the superhero of the movie.
Yeah, and anybody who has actually watched the trailer, they have light cycles from the grid on a real-life highway, and then they turn on the light walls, and it cuts a cop car in half. I saw that, like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. This looks dumb. I was very, very, very disappointed. So they're gonna
isn't that supposed to completely demolish the vehicle?
Yeah, but no, whatever they're doing with it, they're completely fucking it up, and they're doing like every other goddamn movie is. It's from a dystopian point of view. Nobody fucking cares about dystopia anymore. Stop doing that.
Dystopia, Datopia, the other topia.
Exactly. Stop doing all of this crap. Why does everything have to be so fucking miserable? You know,
Because they're
Why-
miserable.
Why can't you be happy like Moon?
exactly. I am a very happy person. I really am. This is all this bullshit that just irks the hell out of me.
All right. So let's see.
And yes, Angry Original Tron is almost the best.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. I think we'll be streaming on Friday at the normal time next week, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Let me
Cool.
see here.
All right. So we'll see you guys then.
Have a good
Bye,
night,
guys.
everybody.